Alright, Guten Tag, Guten and this is Wolfie again. We're back for more Sherlock Holmes The Awakened. I hope you all liked the last two episodes. Those were actually rather fun to record. So, just in case I'm unable to pull up that cutscene we skipped in the last video on accident, basically Sherlock was reassuring Watson on his abilities because Watson was doubting his capabilities when it comes to investigation. And basically talking about the incident in Afghanistan. From the sound of it, this is either early Cthulhu mythos, well, the Sherlock case studies, or this is a whole different universe, which might even be better because then I have no clue what's going on. All right, let's do this. Oh, wait. Ooh, I might be able to actually find what we missed. Oh, that is pretty. It says xenomorph. Oh, wait, no, that's a deep one. And if we have to do like 1 minute of stuff again, that's easy. I remember most of the clues. And I remember where Warehouse 5 is! And whatever that was. Is there anything in here? Alright. Oh, they reset the looks.
Please tell me we're going somewhere warm, or at the very least dry.
Oh, that's beautiful, because if you know Switzerland, it's neither dry or warm. But it's pleasant.
Before I leave, I should know where I'm going. Before I leave, I should know where I'm going.
Alright. So it's Europe, 1800s, industrial, private.
Dr. Watson, how does a trip to Switzerland sound to you? It sounds unexpected. What makes you think we should head there? It's all about the box with narcotics and Mr. Colby's clue, the cross inside a rectangle. Put two and two together, add a dash of research, and what do you get? The Black Edelweiss Institute in Interlaken, Switzerland. If we hurry, we can still catch tonight's train.
And I will not skip stuff this time. Oh.
As grateful as I have been for your company, Dr. Watson, I'm afraid you shall have to investigate Edelweiss alone.
Hello? Mr. Holmes, I fear you overestimate my abilities.
Nonsense. You are a military man, a bastion of British courage.
I'm no such thing. As a doctor, I avoided most combat, save for one dreadful day. My troop was ambushed in a village with innocents caught in the crossfire. Too many to help.
The man with the rosary. He was one of them?
A translator, yes. We were trapped. 6 soldiers and myself. I thought it was the end. But Lieutenant Paget refused to go quietly. The men prepared for a final stand. I rose to follow, but Paget shook his head. He told me to run. That I had other men to save. They charged, and I fled through the rear. So you see, Mr. Holmes, I am a coward.
The logic seems inescapable.
Yes.
You, a surgeon by trade, would have been perfectly useless in that conflict.
What? No.
And how many men have you helped since? Ailments eased, troubles tended?
No more than a handful. Truth be told, I have become somewhat of a recluse.
How many people could you help with 30 years ahead of you? Dozens? Hundreds? Patchett was correct. You can cease your self-recrimination.
Holmes, I don't know what to say.
I would start with, I am Dr. John Watson, may I look around?
Actually, kind of heartwarming. Alrighty, this should be fun. There's no shame in asking for help. Press Z to highlight interactions near you. But we already learned how well that one works. Visitor from space, glowing meteor lands in Arkham.
I cannot wait to see her.
My daughter receives the finest treatment money can buy.
Examination.
No visitors are allowed through here. Professor's orders.
Salutations, madam. I am Dr. John Watson. I was wondering if you've got word of my visit.
Yeah, Dr. Watson. We received your letter on the matter. Would it be to see Professor Gygax?
At their earliest convenience, yes. I shall try not to take up too much of their valuable time.
Wait here, bitte. Mr. and Mrs. Bronson, your girl has made remarkable progress. See? Take a look for yourself. My apologies for keeping you waiting, Dr. Watson. Surely you understand how medical work can make one lose track of time.
Do not be sorry, Professor. I too know the importance of closely attending to patients.
The work hardly stops here, yet the satisfaction of perfecting the mind compels us to persevere.
I take it you welcome many a soul into your establishment?
Admissions, yes. Visitors, though? I am curious as to what brought you to the Schwarzes Edelweiss.
Word of mouth. An article I read back in London spoke highly of your institution. But rather than taking its word for it, I thought I would see things for myself.
My asylum's reputation precedes it, then.
Everyone, your attention, please. Guten Day. Yes, hi. Hello. The name's Amos Colby, Northwood Detective Agency, Boston. I got questions that need answers.
Wasn't he killed?
Who's in charge here?
What seems to be the matter, Dr. Watson? You can tell me.
By Jove, it cannot be him. Right. Yes. I was surprised because that man is a celebrity. Yes, that's it. Very famous, Mr. Colby. I couldn't believe my eyes.
No. In my line of work, it can't wait. The longer it takes
If
me
you
to get
wish
to
to
the
recuperate,
truth, the
Dr.
more
Watson,
lives
you
are
may
placed
avail
in
yourself
harm's
of the
way.
guest room.
But I have so much more to discuss.
Nurse, if you'd be so kind as to escort Dr. Watson to the guest room. Herr Colby, from Northwood Agency? How unexpected. I am Professor Gygax. I would be happy to answer your questions in the examination room.
Look, Professor, unless you got any clues as to the whereabouts of...
There is no need to be alarmed. No one gets neglected in my care.
Wait, so he was actually there?
Now, let's not resort to brute force.
Do not worry, Herr Colby. My methods are rather more delicate.
Uh-oh.
Search him thoroughly. Then take him to the holding chamber. I need to decide precisely what to do with our guest.
Dead ends. Mind pals can be your compass to crime. Check if you don't. Oh, we're Colby now. Okay, so we got nothing. Secrets. Dr. Watson manages. He even tried to play along with the fake, but clearly performed strong suit.
Ah, the unmistakable scent of alcoholism. Did you walk through their doors as I did, or did they collect you off the streets?
I swear, if this is Sherlock in disguise, I'm gonna be fresh. I'm gonna laugh. Okay, let's see. Last one is a 1, second one's a 2. I'm getting good with this.
A truncheon, not the typical tool for a nurse.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like Sherlock. Investigation. Block A. Examination room. Paint room right there. Apothecary.
The final product, ready to cure madness, or to push one deeper into its grasp. Any chemist would envy the quality of this equipment. Raw materials used to formulate medicine. With this equipment, they can create any type of medication. Very sturdy. I might borrow it.
Frogs can't wash up. I surely can. The difference between a frog and a man. 4 little frogs was dirty and rotten. What if I put the frogs in the water? Luzzie Dumfrin swims in a bath. Laundry becomes the end of her path. Fourth little frog dies. In the walls, the Black Edelweiss.
It sounds sinister, even for a place like this. I wonder if there are more frogs in the pond.
Patient diagnosed. I can't read that word. I don't. Commentary: nails trimming every day. Do not untie her hands, even if she won't stop screaming. Patient. Emergency H. Dissociation. After the incident with the nurse, prescribed therapeutics, fasting for a week. Mentioned Josephine to make him more manageable. Hysteria. Raising the dosage. Nervous breakdown. Do not allow any visits. All letters sent to the patient must be destroyed. Is it me or is it weird that a lot of Lovecraftian stuff goes around? It goes through a lot of
What was that? Is someone there?
no. Izmir is a lot of Lovecraftian stuff based around in
You there!
realms.
I command you to free me at once.
I'm not sure that's a great idea at the moment.
How dare you deny me? I must have my revenge against the lickspittles upstairs.
Fortunately for you, I'm here to stop the very same people.
You are?
Indeed. But first, I must discover all I can about this institution. Tell me, have you witnessed the arrival of any foreign patients?
Tell me. The ghoul. The impertinence to bark such orders.
Please, we don't have time for this.
Do you know with whom you speak? I am the great Napoleon.
Huh. Napoleon Bonaparte?
The one and only. Emperor of the French, first consul of the Republic, leader of La Grande Armée. Once I am free and have exacted my revenge against the guards who ridicule me, I shall rest happy in the arms of my beloved Josephine.
Right. Well, I will leave you to your scheming, Emperor.
What the file on him say? Okay. You are diagnosed. Mania. Fascinating.
I command you to let me out!
My heart is pierced by Cupid. I disdain all glittering gold. There is nothing can console me but my jolly sailor bold.
One. Second one is 2. Four, 5, and 6. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, bring the last 2 down by 1.
A certificate of appreciation from the municipal councillor to Professor Becker for contributions to the development of medicine in Interlaken. A simple toolbox, yet capable of repairing anything.
Fascinating. Yeah, this definitely Sherlock.
Looks like it's still operational.
Dumbwaiter.
I can make out the names listed here. This photo was damaged, seemingly by oil. Cooking grease. Is this the kitchen dumbwaiter? Speech and the Cerebellum by S.A. Becker.
Frogs cannot kill, but I surely can. That is the difference between a frog and a man. Fifth little frog was foolish at large. He forgot about the rules and who is in charge. Timothy Charlie lies dead in Block B. I swapped out his pills for something nasty. Fifth little frog dies in the walls of...
John Sallow, the Tulpa phenomenon. R.G. Hill, Dr. Connolly, It appears that all the psychiatric classics were banished here.
I have suffered serious chemical burns upon my hands, the consequences of your exhaustible actions. My sessions with Geralt ended before I was even began. Poor thing was so terrified she refused to talk and started to destroy everything in the room rather than let me approach her. What did you do to Geralt? What you did to Geralt will not and cannot happen again. Let it be known that I consider your methods barbaric and malpractice. If you are so boldly claim you wish to be in the future of my facility, you must embody my high standards. Do not disappoint me again, Professor Beck. Okay, so is she good? No, wait. She's the one who injected with weird shit.
Tubes of varying diameters. Interesting.
I hate rats. Now let's see what we got. Note from Professor Beck. Fifth frog. How to safely remove block B guards. Syringe.
A painting in a mental institution. Vogel would be delighted.
Alles klar. Perception.
This sedative worked faster than I expected. Perhaps I ought to train myself. Build up a tolerance.
Well, I know what we can use that for. Use could possibly sedate the guard using yeah, we're gonna blow dart him. Yay.
Locked. I suppose the reception will be guarded anyway. There's the guest room. I wonder if Watson was able to speak to Gygax.
Yep, Sherlock.
Darn. No way I can get past him without being noticed.
Hit him hard enough. So how exactly do I combine objects? Stay in the room. He would try to play along with the fake. But clearly from not strong to see Dr. Watson is in the guest room. Okay. save here just in case my reflexes are not as good as they are in Ready or Not.
I'm sure I heard something. Who's there? Show yourself.
Use handmade. How do I... Alright. Do I just... I might as well try.
Hey, what are you doing?
And that's why we save. I'm going to quickly read on how to actually make the blow dart gun. Because they never taught me how to craft things. Okay, wait, why? Where are you? 1017. Oh.
I'm sure I heard something. Who's there? Show yourself. Hey, what are you doing?
Do I have to craft it?
This should suffice.
Oh! A blowpipe is ready to use. Okay, you're just an idiot. Alright, tag him.
I'm sure I heard something.
You might want to catch him. Wait, do I nail him in the lung? Oh, better.
This should be enough to avoid unwanted attention, at least from a distance.
Frog cannot think. I surely can. That is the difference between a frog and a man. First, the frog was my very first try. Her dumb little head is needed to pry. Hannah Pollard, near the hole in the wall, wonders there. Her head with a brick encounter. Little frog dies. Okay, whoever's writing these may or may not be insane.
Manufactured and packaged here. Manufactured and packaged here. This is the same narcotic substance that we found in London.
Fascinating. Yoshitsa, I haste to assure you that your son is in good hands and that his unexpected development of a psychological disorder can be remedied at our facility. I am sure you are concerned about your son's well-being as I am, and I am confident our combined efforts will lead to a speedy recovery. The housing of our pharmaceuticals in your warehouse is an important part of this process. If you succeed at drawing official attention away from this precious cargo, there will be nothing to stop me from returning your son to you safe, sound, and free of comfort. Oh, Gaix is blackmail. You forgot the armband.
Go away, or I will tear your lips from your skull with my fingernails!
Miss,
I'll gouge your eyes out and cut off your hands, just like you did to Heidi.
I am quite certain you would, but I'm afraid you have me mistaken for someone else. So, I take it your name is Gerda? Who is Heidi?
You talk strange. You're going to Hell's Door, aren't you? To where those other funny talkers finally shut up?
Hell's Door? To what do you refer?
Only Heidi had answers. Go away, pig!
I merely...
I said go, or you will spend your last moments on Earth screaming. This door won't stop me.
Restricted area.
The garments of several dozen people at least. Fabric burnt in the furnace. Fabric burnt in the furnace. Fabric burnt in the furnace. A jalabia, a traditional garment from northern Africa.
Sailor's uniform. 3 sailors' uniforms.
So you're Heidi. I didn't realize I was on haunted doll watch. So you're Heidi. I didn't realize I was on haunted doll watch. Good lord, how unsettling. The damage seems intentional.
Frogs cannot dream, and I surely can. That's the difference between a frog and a man. Frogs dreaming is seedless. There is nothing to reap. So I woke the third little frog from his meaningless sleep. A man counts sheeps, and Pierre Tabak has seen 0. In Holden's chamber lies a smothered pillow. Smothered by pillow. Third little frog dies. Surprising, no guards. that rat? Scribbled in. Something sticks out.
An orthodox reliquary commonly found in Eastern Europe, now in a cell halfway up the Alps.
Young adult, male, nationality Dutch, a weak-minded subject eager to follow the orders of a perceived award, strong build, dosed. And 5, adult male, Romanian, subject remains violent, requires the need for a traditional sedative, once calm, dosage for subject. Young male, doing, diagnosed, language incomprehensible, subject is thus assumed mad. In Minori, language incompatible, subject thus assumed mad. Summary, all subjects in good condition, showing signs of obedience regardless of race, native language. This must be moved further.
So this is how they kept the prisoners docile and harmless.
Alright, let's see what we got. Discouraging strong.
This stretcher was disinfected frequently.
Not been over here yet. Second frog cannot choose. Frogs cannot choose, but I surely can. This is between a frog and a man. Second little frog gave up to its fate, which I chose for her and served on a plate. Bled almost full tank. Near the examining room, she lies in a shank.
These are the same crates we found in London. I should take a closer look. This is the same design as the one from London.
That's a dead body.
Dirt and sweat. They were locked in here for days, judging by the smell. I doubt that one could survive such a journey with this little water. The kidnappers even provided airflow. How generous. This trip was prolonged and perilous. A bottle this sturdy doesn't break by accident. Substantial blood loss. One poor soul found another way out.
Scratches, broken nails. Said it wore off on this one. Blood hits from above.
The stamp on this crate confirms it came from America. That's quite a distance to travel.
So it's somewhere. Oh wait, I remember now. No? Okay. Okay. I have a strong feeling it's over here somewhere. Oh.
The doors can be opened for deliveries.
I think we got a good story here.
The carriages were backed through these doors, and they began to unload their cargo in secret. Next, the crates were opened, freeing their passengers. Not everyone survived the journey. The dirty, exhausted, and dehydrated prisoners were then herded into cells. But all the cells are now empty, and I have not located a morgue. Time to find Hell's Door.
Oh, first go. I'm getting good at the deductive reasoning. I hear a zombie. Oh, this is where I just was. Wait, is this a circle? least I actually have a proper amount of staff here.
My comrades in Paris shall hear about this.
The Frenchman with a German accent. What do I have to do now? Map. Actually, no, let's just do the game. Examination room, she lies with a shank. She lies near... Can I calculate the little frogs yet? No? Oh. Dried blood left on the left
The
leg.
killer was limping, but Abigail couldn't escape.
Alright, what's the next clue? Holding chamber lies smothered with a... In a holding chamber. Wait, what's the first one? Third, first little frog. Near the hole in the wall wanders. There's a head with a brick. There you go.
The unmistakable scent of alcoholism. Did you walk through their doors as I did, or did they collect you off the streets?
Or a hole in the wall.
I will make them pay for what they did to Heidi.
I believe I have found your friend.
Heidi! Oh, poor girl. What did they do to you?
Shh. It's all right now. Everything will be all right.
Please, Gerda, now I have found Heidi, I need some help from you in return.
Shh, Heidi. We should thank the man, don't you think?
How did you end up in Block B?
The nurses say I'm prone to violent outbursts, but they're wrong. I just do what Heidi tells me.
Uh-oh.
Tell me all you know about those funny-talking people.
We'd hear their screams. The guards would take them down the corridor behind you and they'd disappear, and the screams would stop.
Professor Gygax seems to rule this facility with an iron fist. Do you know anything about her?
She's sick. She did nasty things to us. Separated me and Heidi just for fun. Before she got here, this place was all right.
Have you ever met Professor Becker?
I remember him. He was in charge here before that witch Gygax. But I haven't heard his voice for a long time. Too bad. He was nice.
Poor Heidi.
I shall leave you two to get reacquainted.
I think there's something we're missing here. So here's the number of So am I gonna actually have to thoroughly look for each thing?
Darn. No way I can get past him without being noticed.
Yeah, you know what, let's do it. Blood out. Third little frog. In holding chambers lies smothered with a pillow. Cell block B. frog dream seamlessly. Maybe it's an order of what we might come in. That's a big rat. Wait, a hole. Dry blood, hammer.
The murderer used his left hand to kill Hannah with a brick.
With a hole bloodied. So, it's first, second, third. I smothered. So, maybe they're talking about like a holding cell, like not what we were in, like not what they're in, but like a temporary holding cell instead of like a confinement. I knew I recognized scratch marks.
Petter gouged at the wall, fighting for his life. Odds are he left scars on the killer, too.
Alright, what's the fourth frog's name? Fourth, fifth, fourth. Swim in a bath. Well, we know where the bath is. Hot water about 3 feet deep.
The killer was strong enough and the bathtub deep enough to drown poor Lucy.
Alright, who's the final little frog for us to find? Block B. Wait a minute. I know exactly where that one is. Bitter almond smell and oh.
The killer
cyanide.
swapped Timothy's pills for cyanide.
Why do I know what
The faint
cyanide
almond
smells like?
scent is unmistakable. Well, it's clear that it was a multiple murderer. I'll send the profile to the police after we finish here.
Subject feels superior to other humans and asserts himself by expendable. He calls for little frogs, likely seeing himself as some kind of scientist who prepares subjects. Odds are meticulous, taking a long time to plan and prepare each murder, judging by the locations of the crime scenes. The killer is one of the employees. Alright, how do we get out of here? Wait a minute. We can just lockpick. Now we have a disguise, we can get out.
Locked. I suppose the reception will be guarded anyway.
How shall we escape? Okay, so back entrance. The pain of wanting to understand everything. More rats. I seriously need some rat traps around here. I am enjoying this open world though. Welded shut. Found the door.
Scratches. Something has been moved through here. This seems to be a locking mechanism. The whole thing must be a door.
Push the button. Oh, wait. Where is the key? Definitely that. Am I right? Dumbwaiter service. Old photograph. So it involves Watson. Be this? No, which means we don't have all the parts. But it involves the dumbwaiter and the patience. Wait, what is it involved? Getting dumbwaiter and Watson's infiltration. We will figure this out. We will figure this out, I declare.
Don't you look down on me. Open the door.
Looks like it's still operational.
Investigate the Edelweiss. Someone I haven't talked to.
They haven't yet made a bullet that can hit me.
is left for me to talk to? Maybe Heidi?
I will make them pay for what they did to Heidi.
I found Hell's Door, the one that made the foreigners silent, remember? How do I open it? Gerda, please, I cannot get inside. You have to tell me how to open it.
How can you speak to me like nothing's wrong? Can't you hear Heidi crying? Look at her! Look! She's suffering. I can't even hear my thoughts over her screams. Poor Heidi. We will fix you. I promise. We will fix you.
Leave it with me, Gerda.
Two buns, thread, glue, and nails. So thread should be over here. To fix anything. A toolbox capable of fixing anything. And I'm trying to be a little more vocal about how my thought process is going. I'm usually more quiet about my thinking. So since Call of Cthulhu, I've been working on being more vocal about my thoughts. Construction adhesive, slightly rusted nails. Thread button should be in the laundry. Loose buttons, long thread.
Will this help fix your friend?
Give it to me.
How is she feeling?
Everything will be all right, Heidi. Everything.
Gerda,
Oh, I was
I have a
expecting.
couple of questions.
Yes, I...
Shut your dirty little mouth, Gerda. You've said enough already. She won't speak no more. Now it's only Heidi. You helped me,
Oh.
and I didn't cut out your eyes. So we're even. Now go!
Heidi, there are things I need some clarity on.
Ask if you dare, but if I get bored, there will be consequences.
Okay! Heidi's a demon!
You bore us. Look, Gerda, the man is insane. The professor would treat him like she treated us.
Oh god!
Heidi, there are things I need some clarity on.
Ask if you dare, but if I get bored, there will be consequences. You bore. Look,
Nope, we're
Heidi,
not doing that
there are
shit.
ask if you. You
Heidi,
ask if. You
Heidi,
ask. You
Hi-
ask if.
Huh.
You
Heidi,
ask. You
Heidi,
ask.
Really?
You
Heidi,
ask.
actually have
Heidi,
an idea of the order.
there are things I need some clarity.
Ask.
I found Hell's Door, but it's locked. Is there a way to get in?
Hell's Door? Never heard of it. You're so dull! Dull! Look, Gerda, the man is insane! The professor would treat him like she treated us!
Oh, I don't like
Heidi,
Ask.
I found...
Hell's...
That's not true. You, Gerda, told me that Hell's Door makes people silent forever.
And you believe that snotty little girl? I'll personally ensure that she never dares to speak again!
Oh! Greg's office. The storage. It's unusually dumbwaiter.
Professor Gygax hurt you repeatedly, scarred your body and mind. You are not protecting Hell's Door. You are simply afraid of the consequences were I to enter.
I could tap your teeth out with a hammer until you choked on the blood and bits.
You could, but then you would live the rest of your life in fear of Professor Gygax. I can make that feeling go away.
How?
I can stop it. But the
Drugs.
key, Heidi, the key to Hell's Door is critical to stopping Professor Gygax. And I think you know where it is.
Tell him!
But you said
And now I say tell him!
the professor. She has a special key. Keeps it close and only brings it down when new people go through. Behind those closed doors, those people start to sing. Oh, they sing in so much pain.
Gygax. Of course. Thank you, Gerda. Heidi. I must leave.
Leave? You joke. Nobody leaves the Edelweiss. Now you will be with us forever!
Fuck that shit. I don't like that. Alrighty. Watson could find it and send it downstairs. How to get Watson for help. Dumbwaiter and infiltration. Nope, it's Watson. So it's blocked path upstairs. No, it's investigate. Oh! Use a patient to create a bridge. Alright, time to enlist Bonaparte. Let's do this. This is gonna be chaotic but beautiful. Now it's just a zombie. Hey, Bonaparte! Alright, let's see. First one is 2, 3, 2. So 1. Followed by another 2. Last one would be max number. No, 1 under, followed by a 2. Let's see, have we done everything here? Yep. White bear, select the correct
last. You came to your senses.
My humble apologies, Emperor.
Spare me your groveling, Englishman.
Of course, you are right as ever, for you see, time is of the essence. The royalists have risen again, and your darling Josephine needs you. Paris needs you.
Mon amour.
But the guards upstairs in reception stand in your way.
Ha! They will pose no problem for the likes of me. Merci, Englishman. When I return to Les Tuileries, I shall make you a general.
Oh, you are too kind, Emperor. Now go. Your freedom awaits.
I am coming, Josephine.
Oh, that was beautiful. Get him!
Psst. Watson, over here.
Holmes? What are you doing here, and where did you get that outfit?
It is unimportant. I require your assistance.
What is happening, Holmes? I need an explanation.
It's quite simple. I created a distraction so that I could tell you something important, and in turn, I need you to acquire something important for me.
How can you call any of this charade simple?
Watson, we can discuss this later. Time is of the utmost importance. The kidnapped people may still be here. This is what I know so far.
What? You really found all this on your own?
Focus, Watson. I need you to find a key. It will be most unique. All the details are in my notes. Logic dictates that Gygax will keep it near her. Once acquired, you must get it to me. Perhaps the kitchen dumbwaiter could be of use.
Holmes, I can't do this. I'm no spy.
Yes, you can, Watson. You are unfailingly dependable.
An insult, yet confident at the same time.
Dr. Watson, visitors are not permitted back here.
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Kuntz. After the war, my nerves, I fled all that commotion.
It is nothing. A patient attempted to escape. He will not get far. Now, if you would like to follow me.
They're actually quite polite to Watson. Let's see what we have now.
Blood in the water. Someone must have washed their hands here recently. What have we got ourselves into, Holmes? Perhaps I should take this. For all I hope it won't be needed.
Oh, look, I
Did a child make these?
Sherlock's notes. You must acquire something for me. You know, I forgot the fact that almost every time Watson is in fact packing.
Ah, Dr. Watson. Just the man I wanted to see.
Professor, I'm surprised you're not trying to catch that escapee.
Please, my time is far too valuable. I hope Nurse Kuntz has been taking good care of you.
He has certainly kept me out of trouble.
Professor, it is time for your appointment with your next patient, Mr. Wolf.
Herr
Wolf
Wolf can wait until tomorrow. I wish to speak with Dr. Watson.
As you wish.
You still see patients yourself, even as the director of this entire facility?
Only the important ones. And yet I rarely get to pick the brain of a man like yourself. I think it is time we got to know each other, no?
I'm afraid there's not much to know. I'm just an average chap living a rather prosaic life these days.
Dr. Watson, those of us who pursue knowledge are anything but average. Now, who are you?
I'm a physician in search of a stimulating career. I have patients, yes, but admittedly, I'm more interested in the cutting edge of medical research. So when I read about the Black Edelweiss and your work on the healing of minds, I simply had to learn more.
I suppose my Edelweiss was always destined to attract other curious minds. But before we continue, I want you to understand one thing. A broken mind can never be truly healed.
Ah, I
Good thing we
see.
didn't mention we're a soldier.
So, what exactly do you do here?
It is simple. If you cannot fix a person's nature, You must force them to forget it.
Surely there are other methods of treatment.
How naive. You remind me of a man I once knew, Professor Becker. But we do not speak of him anymore.
A colleague?
The former director here. One day he realized that Edelweiss had outgrown him and had to leave his post. Do you grow weary of me already, Doctor?
I was simply admiring your office, Professor. Apologies.
While I am pleased you appreciate its practicality and appearance, we were discussing bigger things. Was my conversation boring you?
No, not at all. I merely...
No, I understand full well. You're not seeking conversation.
What do you mean?
It is obvious. Your mind craves truth, but not in this form. You must witness a practical demonstration if you are to learn.
I'm certainly intrigued. Would that be possible?
Of course. I propose a journey between the jury of the human brain. You will not leave without being truly enlightened. Kuntz, take Dr. Watson back to the courtyard. Then tell the nurses to prepare the operation room and the girl with the doll.
Yes, Professor.
Our preparations will take a little time. I will come for you soon, Doctor.
Uh-oh, poor Heidi.
I hope everything is to your liking, Dr. Watson.
How to lure out the office. Vampire patient. Ah! Working dumbwaiter? No. Sherlock notes. So it's a note from Professor Baker.
Looks dusty but functional.
Oh, we never use that. I think it connects somewhere downstairs. Did you hear that a patient escaped? All the guards rushed off to find him.
Oh, beautiful alpine flower, whose heart I do so miss, so you call to me while I don't see how I could let you go. The storm cuts through my senses, makes all my thoughts so blind. With no captain I misreason. What did they truly find? Cold and dark, with grimy walls, roughly held like animals. Trapped yet free, why do I fall? Something squirms on the tip of my tongue, but I cannot be.
I'm struggling to remember something. It's something familiar. If only I could place it. I must... think.
This area is off limits. A patient has escaped.
Receptionist, okay. October 18th. Wait, what year is it? I actually have no idea what year it is. Most serious treatment is necessary for patient Wolf will be My special patient Wolf will be transferred to patient room 2 on ground floor. All other patients must be removed from my scheduled. Necessary surgery procedure was successfully performed. Physical recovery is still in progress. Memory loss is increased. Patient room now mentions old names. Clear signs of patient recovering memory. Unacceptable results as second surgery is required. Target both the frontal and temporal lobe. Surgery went well. The patient's memory does not persist for long, but a couple of minutes, although an observation with writing danger eliminated, daily monitoring prescribed.
Good lord, that's a lot of records. Photograph seems recent. A commemorative photo album. Been a while since I've been in one of these.
1880. That must mean patient is Wolf.
You are Mr. Wolf, am I right?
Oh, hello. Who might you be?
My name is Dr. John Watson. I wanted to talk with you, if you didn't mind.
Ah, Doctor. I don't suppose you could help. I seem to have forgotten where I am.
We're in the Black Edelweiss, Mr. Wolf. It's an asylum in Switzerland, and you are one of its most important patients.
But why am I here?
That's what I was about to ask you.
I can't remember. Sorry, I can't remember anything.
It's all right. You don't need to push. Try to relax. Let the thoughts come and go. Now, what comes to mind? Mr. Wolf?
Oh, hello. Who might you be?
We just went over this.
I'm sorry, but I don't think we've met.
We were just discussing this facility, the Black Edelweiss Asylum, and why you are here.
That name does sound familiar.
Holmes, the things I do for you.
Excuse me, who are you? And who's this Holmes fellow?
I am Dr. Watson, and Holmes is, well, you could call him my imaginary friend. That's just a little joke, don't mind me.
But why am I here, Doctor? Am I sick?
I'm sure I can take a look.
Faded with age, chemical burns. Too deep scarge. One side's paralysis. Wolf's parasites facial muscle most likely result from brain surgery, blue-gray pigment spots on the skin likely due to the overuse of medication. Results.
Dear Lord, what did Gygax do to you?
Excuse me? Who are you?
Oh, never mind.
Note from Dr. Becker. Wolf is former director, Professor Becker. Wolf is actually Professor Becker, previous director. Alright, let's finish investigating and then we'll do a little mayhem.
I don't want to guard Block B tonight.
I want them to fly!
Miss? I hear them scratching. Don't you hear it?
A visitor? No, you shouldn't have come here.
Give it to me. No, I don't want to. Why not?
Did you see my son? He's such a sweet boy.
Minor birds, if I'm not mistaken. Beautiful creatures. Sad that they're caged here. Hello again. You won't remember me, but we've met before. I am Dr. John Watson, and you are Professor Becker. You were the previous director of this facility, the Black Edelweiss.
Professor, really? Actually, that name does sound familiar. Wait. Let me write it down. I try to recall memories through writing, but they always feel just out of reach.
As a matter of fact, I have more for you to jot down.
Oh, yes. Yes, please, anything.
Professor Gygax did this to you. She made you forget everything, even who you are. But we will play a trick on her. We will write a letter so that she learns her lesson. Put down what I dictate. Dear Professor Gygax, I bitterly regret that I let my beautiful alpine flower fall under your influence. I see now that you never deserved to sit as the director of the Black Edelweiss. You will be brought to justice, and the world will know your cruelty. And by the time you make it to my cell, the police will already know the truth of how you came to be director of this asylum. Signed, Professor Becker.
There. It's done. Now, hold on a minute. Who are you?
My name is John Watson. I'm a doctor from London, a veteran of Afghanistan, and I wish to be a writer, though deep down I fear I lack the talent. And presently I'm risking my life to help my brilliant detective flatmate in the pursuit of a cult of kidnappers, even as I fear it may destroy him. I'm tired and hungry, and I have not had a good bath in weeks, and yet despite it all, I feel alive. Any more questions?
Good heavens, sir. You're as mad as they come.
I like this guy.
Excuse me, who are you?
I don't know why I keep doing this, expecting something different.
That is the definition. I barely regret that. I love my beef.
One of the patients asked me to deliver this note. It's for Professor Gygax.
Thank you, Doctor. Leave it with me.
Unbelievable. Kunz, with me.
Oh, we got like 1 minute.
Close, but I don't think this is the key. This is too small to be what Holmes asked for.
Who recently took possession of a collection of rare gems on behalf of our mutual acquaintance. The gems have been sold to the Louisiana jeweler, who made several efforts to exceed our external. The final sale upon the 11 gems was 12 grand. Our clients, okay. It has been 3 months since I took over from Becker. Not all my colleagues approve of the rule change, so I am now the only professor here. No matter the hires of several strong nurses who will solve the first payment has arrived from R. Our deal is pose a risk, but the possibility is endless. If he is true to his word, the first shipment of chosen ones have arrived. R has sent a vast selection of broken minds to the world. Okay.
An Edelweiss relief about 2 inches in diameter. This must be what Holmes was after.
Actually, since we have, might as well take a quick peek.
Nothing special about this.
I hope he didn't just kill Wolf. Broken tooth, like.
The tooth of an adult male, likely lost in a beating. Only a couple of days old.
There's something on the ground.
The inside of the cuff is worn. It's been used often. The writing is mostly gone. Phonetic symbols, perhaps. A wax cylinder. There is something recorded on it.
They're being taught reliant. Professor, trust my guide, the light of the abyss, for he shall enlighten our chosen ones. Make sure he is patient and that our chosen utters nothing but the sacred words. And lo, the trance will begin, and we will inch closer to the universe beyond. Your work is essential, so many of our flock do not speak our language, and time is of the essence. It would be best to work in groups, performing at least one seance per day a week. Of course, the most skeptical will have to be tamed by your hands. In the meantime, my work continues on a physical method to maintain trance states through the emit of light waves of Khalid. Finally, our men in New Orleans will contact you regards to a new shipment of Chosen One. Of Chosen. Make room for them.
Again.
A shiny key. Telegram from New Orleans. Bank has the gems. My master has ordered me to send the first shipments of chosen ones. They will arrive within 2 weeks. Dude, wait, don't what? Don't fail us.
Looks as if it's been recently used.
What that letter say? Something macabre is going on in the asylum. It has started progress. 60 rated out of 10. Verse of one of the chosen constantly resists, isolated and deprived, results in strengthening of our disobedience. Anger and even the direct removal of the frontal and temporal lobe seems that they lobotomize them. This chosen one cannot be allowed to pollute the mind of the others. The conditioning is incapable. They cannot. Scheiße.
Ringlui Maglana Parkatulu, Rillier Wagnana Galpatagan. Ringlui Maglana Parkatulu, Rillier Wagana Galpatagan. Ringlui Maglana Parkatulu, Rillier Waglana Galpatagan. Ringlui Maglana Parkatulu, Rillier Wagana Galpatagan.
I don't like that.
Dynamo machine. Provides electrical stimulation for the person in the chair.
Shock therapy.
Full grain leather straps. Impossible to escape. A very professional brain dissection. A very professional brain dissection. Oh, the smell. Dear God, is that body parts? Judging by the remnants of blood and flesh, these instruments were used for dismemberment. Utterly inhuman.
The Relayans, so there ain't human anymore.
out of my head!
Your mind festers, devoid of soul. Find reverence for the one and tremble.
The great lord.
Cleft your mind. Splinter your soul and become a servant of madness.
Please! No more! Stop it! Watson! John! Somebody!
Wretched mortal, do not fear what is to come. Let him rupture our world anew. Awaken! And let the
World behold!
Oh! That's something.
The light of the abyss is the light from the abyss. Get out of my head.
A bizarre man was being held in subspace and he vanished without a trace, only to leave a pounding voice repeating the light of the abyss. The man spoke. Strange things are coming.
A hydraulic elevator? How ingenious. Watson?
Holmes?
What are you still doing here?
Still? I was trying to find more information. Did you think I was just going to sit in my room twiddling my thumbs?
I only asked you to find the key. I had everything else under control.
Says the man who looks like he saw a ghost.
I'm fine, Watson.
You're hardly fine. You reek of congealed blood and chemicals. What did you see down there?
Never mind me. Where's Gygax?
I'm afraid she's over there. I found her like that when I entered, on my word.
What? She was our biggest lead.
Yet another wrinkle in our investigation. What do we do now, Holmes?
Hush. Let me think. The patients here wear the same robes. The pencil is buried deep all the way to the brain. Instant death. No traces of blood on her clothes. Must have got on her white overcoat.
Oh.
Heidi, how did it end up here?
We'd better inform the local police about this.
You're right, Watson. But first, we need to determine where our case goes next.
Alrighty. Letter from New Orleans, definitely. Gygax's diary. Handwritten letter. Claire, we're going to New Orleans. Several pieces of evidence now point to New Orleans. It appears that the kidnappers have enlisted several of the banking houses in EJ grades selling gems.
We've got what we needed, Watson. This conspiracy reaches further than we thought. I don't suppose you've ever been to New Orleans?
You are joking.
I seldom do. Let's go. There's no time to waste.
Oh. Method 2 is Madness, complete chapter 3.
There is nothing in this world that cannot be explained with logic and reason. Nothing in this world.
Holmes? You seem troubled.
I'm not troubled, Watson. I am preoccupied.
That place was awful. Inhumane. It would be natural to experience some feelings of shock or fear.
Men reduced to gibbering imbeciles, numb beyond recognition, powerless to help themselves. When a doctor does go wrong, they are the first of criminals. They have the nerve and they have the knowledge.
That woman did not deserve the title. Such casual cruelty for such selfish aims.
I knew another man like that once. He treated my mother, perhaps even killed her, depending on who you ask.
My sincere condolences.
In the end, she was just a shadow of herself. The outline of the person I recognized, but lacking all else. She was pushed until she cracked. Should you see me cracking, John, I must ask you to intervene.
Nothing compels us to pursue this matter further, Sherlock. We can return to London, report what we have discovered. Let more capable hands take over.
Alas, there are no such hands. Were we to abandon our quest now, I fear no other would succeed in our stead.
We know nothing of what awaits. What dangers lurk in the darkness?
Nonsense. We draw nearer to New Orleans with every passing minute, and thus closer to the answers we seek. Those answers, for all their perversity and improbability, will, nevertheless, be the work of men. And that is a work I have studied well.
So be it.
I know you to be a diligent author, but if I may make one request. Kindly omit my mother and her suffering from your tale.
Of course.
Thank you, John.
Huh. Well, I have a feeling this is the end of chapter 3, so we'll cut it here. Please like and subscribe so I know you guys actually enjoy this. And leave a comment with your theories. I do enjoy reading the theories that come up, except the weirdo woo stuff Okami does every now and then. But besides that, this has been Wolf Yeager. Oh, are we at chapter 4 yet? Nope, chapter 4. Alright, this has been Wolf Yeager, signing off.